Here I am in Lower Arnold's Trail here in California. We just got done exploring the Calaveras, the caves there, the caverns, Calaveras Caverns. Definitely recommend it. I brought my rig up here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Now getting up here, you're definitely going to want to have all-wheel drive. Look at this, people leaving their crap all over the place, man. We're gonna go down here and explore a little bit more, but I brought my rig down here to California, drove cross country. It was one heck of a drive. Like, I forgot my GoPro, which sucks. I got a brand new GoPro and I totally forgot it, so I'm shooting here with my cell phone. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. I'm up here at the Lower Arnold trailhead, which is actually beautiful, but you're going to want all-wheel drive getting up here, at least four-wheel drive. Some of the pathway getting up here, it feels like you're almost like on the moon because the powder is so soft, or like on a beach. You got to be real careful. Make sure your vehicle has a little bit of clearance, but I highly recommend being up here. There's awesome biking. Definitely check it out. It goes further up here, which I'll shoot another video here soon. But I'm hoping to get some really amazing footage of Yosemite. We were down in, what was it, Murphy's, California yesterday, exploring some of the giant redwoods, and I mean, those were amazing. So if you guys are ever out this direction, I highly recommend it. This place is kind of desolate. You know, make sure when you guys come up here, I rode up here with a friend of mine. I'm camping a little bit further down the road. But yeah, driving cross country took me a while. In this place, there's nobody really around except that dude on a bicycle. Looks like he's having a good time. But this is absolutely pristine, this area. Yeah, it was amazing. Like yesterday, me and a few friends, we were on this huge tree, and the tree, it was just the stump, and all five of us could hold hands and stretch across the entire stump of this tree. It was used for like a platform or something with the U.S. Forest Service. By the way, shout out to the U.S. Forest Service. They do an amazing job. But we stretched all of our hands out, and there were five of us, and we could just barely span the width of this tree. It must have been like at least 16 feet, 20 feet, maybe wider. And the pine cones. So if you guys, one thing, I had a friend of mine who was like, I'm going to get a giant pine cone. If you guys see pine cones, just leave them on the ground. They don't want you guys picking them up. So just something to be cognizant of. So, all right, I'm getting flagged down by my friends. We're going to go do some more hiking. I will check you guys in the next video. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and watch. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been taking kind of a hiatus because I've been working like crazy. So I do have to have a second job. So, or I do have to have a job on top of this. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the awesome support. Thank you so much for watching. Check it out, my YouTube friends. I just wanted to share this view with you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Still in California. This is off of Valley View Drive, up by their trailhead. This is gorgeous. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash it and like my videos. All right, check it out, my YouTube friends. We're here at Mariposa Grove, giant sequoias. Look at these things, they're absolutely gorgeous. So there was a fire a couple years ago, and you'll see, or I'm sorry, last year if I'm not mistaken, you'll see all these little piles, these brush piles, which are kind of neat. They put them there for fire prevention. Now, Mariposa Grove isn't giant sequoia, so they don't have the Hyperion or the General Sherman here. If I'm not mistaken, Hyperion is the tallest tree in the world at about 380 feet. But again, these are pretty massive. Check these things out. I parked my camper van back at the base. I'm doing some really cool camping up here in Yosemite. Absolutely gorgeous stuff, but lots of tourists. I came in the off season, which is amazing. Highly recommend it. If you guys are out there, definitely check it out. You can get campgrounds. Like there's there's tons of people camping out of their vans and stuff at different bases, at campgrounds and all that jazz, where they are very van friendly, van life friendly. So that's pretty cool. You can actually rent vans and rent RVs and stuff like that, which are kind of neat. I wouldn't want to bring, like I was up at Wichita, which I can't remember the name of it. It's the Hitchhachi Pass. I'm sorry. I was up there yesterday, and it's one of the most desolate places in Yosemite, which is pretty cool. So if you guys are looking for a place that isn't very crowded, that's a place to go to. The sights are absolutely gorgeous up there, so definitely something to check out. But this is brilliant. These trees are amazing. Thousands of years old. So I'll turn you guys around so you can see them a little bit more. Yeah, again, I don't have my GoPro, and I'm not about to buy another one. But they go up, hundreds of feet. So if you guys didn't know, my grandfather, I grew up on a dairy farm and wood miser. My grandpa drove bus as well, and delivered papers once in a great while. He was a very, very busy man. And that's basically where I grew up, on his dairy farm. So, being around trees and stuff gives you that homely feel. Makes you feel like you're at home. So seeing these amazingly massive trees is definitely a dream come true. Not the oldest trees, believe it or not. I was told they have some bonsai trees that are extremely old, like over 10,000 years. I thought that was pretty neat. But, one of the things I did want to add, if you guys are going to rent a camper van or something like that, you might want to rent something a little bit smaller because the roads are very twisty and turny coming in here. And driving something bigger is, oh my God, it's kind of a headache. I was following this guy in with his big diesel bus that he had, probably a 40-footer, towing a Jeep or whatever. And he was everybody was so upset, just be patient. But he was going up a hill probably 5 miles per hour, and he could have pulled off and let people by, but he just decided not to. So I was just like, all right, well, I put on my jazz music in my camper and in my Sienna and just decided to relax and pull off and have some lunch. But look at how massive these trees are. When these things fall, they must create one heck of a sound. We've all heard the, if a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody around, does it make a sound? I don't know. Answer me that. I'm not very philosophical. You can see all this. It looks like it was burned down here because they've had a lot of forest fires in this area. So if you guys are camping, always be sure to be cognizant that you're not leaving trash. You're packing in, packing out. You guys are really careful with any kind of fires. So there is, I guess, a grizzly, I can't remember, grizzly bear tree or whatever here. It's supposed to be really big. So yeah, I guess I lied. Here at Mariposa Grove, it is home to the world's biggest sugar maple or sugar pine, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that was pretty neat. One of the ladies at the Park Service shared that with me. But they've got trails up here for any size. You can get into some strenuous, 10-mile trails if you really want. Me, I'm just kind of easy going. I like to just kind of waddle around and soak up everything at, like a tortoise's pace. More like a snail's pace, because a snail's a little bit slower, unless if you're the Disney movie Turbo. So check this out. This is something I saw and I kind of wanted to keep recording. Yeah, you got all these people in here. Please don't carve your initials into stuff. Kind of annoying. check this out. This is pretty sweet. The fallen monarch. No one knows how old this tree is when it fell. How unfortunate. But look at the roots. I mean, this thing was here for thousands of years. Way before I was around, of course. Wow, I mean, I don't know if I can I'm not going to step up to it, but, I mean, that's my hand in the background, and this thing is massive. If you guys have ever been here, let me know what you guys think. Is there any stories you guys got? Yeah, check it out. This path that I was on yesterday was all muddy and dusty. It felt like I was actually on the surface of the moon, but this path is beautiful, nice and groomed, and I mean, hands down to the USDA and the Park Service and the Forest Service for doing such an amazing job. And all of these fire jumpers and stuff, because I don't know if they call them fire jumpers or smoke jumpers, but all these guys that help put out all of these forest fires, I mean, you guys are heroes, hands down. Definitely a thankless job. Because every single one of these piles, if you guys look in the foreground, there's all these little piles like teepees. And they put those together. You know, people have to carry all those logs and put those together so it doesn't spark more forest fires. And basically they're preventing forest fires, which is allowing us to come up here and enjoy this. So that's kind of an awesome thing, man. Like, definitely a shout out to the Park Service. You know, they all do such an amazing, thankless job. But if you guys have any facts about, you know, the Mariposa Grove, please feel free to share them. Now, if you guys didn't know, it's been a while since I've shared a video. And it's been a while since I've edited videos. Yes, I'm uploading my videos right now. And I do have a couple that I need to put titles on and put the keywords in. So I'm just uploading them for, you know, my subscribers so you guys can get kind of like an early access. But again, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, check out the rest of my videos. All right, I'll check in the next one. Stay tuned because I'm heading to somewhere even more exciting than this tomorrow. Alright, my YouTube friends, I've got another surprise for you. Before I left, I told you there's going to be another video made in Mariposa Grove. So, usually Mariposa is pretty packed. And I came in October, so it's kind of a little bit more desolate. So you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about in the background. Now this is the grizzly giant. So here, let me give you kind of a background on it. So it's not a very serious hike. It's only about half a mile. 0.7 miles total up here. So this reminds me of a video game. So tell me what video game came out in, I think it was 1997, that had a big tree, and it was for the N64. Because I am pretty much a gamer nerd, if you guys haven't figured that out. But it's like the Great Dooku tree in Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'll get you guys a closer view. Grizzly giant. And this is absolutely massive. It would be really cool if this place was, if the world had trees this big all over the place. Unfortunately, something like this falls down, that's serious. Looks like there's some fire damage on the front of it, which is unfortunate. I'll take you guys around the other side. This would be a really perfect tree for a tree fort, but definitely don't recommend it. They probably wouldn't like it here at the USDA Yosemite. Well, Wona Point, I'll get you guys some footage of that because I'm going to drive out there when I get back to my rig. Wow, there's another tree down here, the California tunnel tree. We'll check this out next. But this tree is amazing. It's wonderful. You can see a lot of the holes in it. It looks like the woodpeckers have really went to work on this one, man. Just the tree trunks are about the size of some of the trees on my property back at home. Just the tree limbs on this are as big around as the tree trunks on my trees back at home on my property. Wow. Now, you can't really hate me too much. I was in a hurry when I left, and one of the last things I was thinking about was grabbing my GoPro and filming with it. So I'm having to film with my cell phone still, without any kind of selfie stick or any of that jazz. So, let's check out this California tunnel tree. And it's probably a good thing to note, if you guys can guess why they call it a tunnel tree, not that obvious. It has something to do with a tunnel and the tree, something going through the tree, obviously. One other thing I want to point out, it seems like a lot of these trees have fallen. I mean, this still has a lot of sediment on the roots. It seems like they've fallen fairly recently, and that's unfortunate. There's a lot of char on some of these trees, which is very unfortunate. Hey, if you guys have any stories or questions or comments, post them down below. I love to read what you guys write and all of your information and, all of your guys' stories. If you propose to your wife or your wife proposed to you on this tree or something like that, that's pretty amazing. Or if you guys have any other awesome stories, please feel free and share. I don't know what that's about. This is followed by a bee, apparently. So this is where I was. We hiked all the way up through here to here. So you can go, you guys can see the trails. There's a little bit more. He's on your elbow there. Yeah. I don't think it's a murder hornet, so you don't have to worry. Apparently scared of bees. If you guys ever seen Tommy Boy, I was watching that last night, and they're riding along in their, was that an AMX, or no, not an AMX Javelin, it was a Mopar. Yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through this tree. This will be pretty cool. We'll go under it. Wow, that's pretty trippy. Pretty cool that you can actually walk through the entire tree. So they're expecting thunderstorms today. It's kind of chilly, about 50 something degrees out, probably 55. And I'm totally wandering around in shorts and a t-shirt because I left them at my van and I forgot to come back and collect them. Hey, there's a little squirrel. Is that what they call a chicory squirrel or a gray squirrel? He's over here probably collecting nuts for the winter. And here I am going nuts. But that's okay, I think we all are. Wow, that thing is amazingly huge. Still kind of funny being that scared of a little bumblebee. Oh well, some people are allergic. We're gonna go back through this monster. And I'll show you guys the grizzly tree again. So I don't want to get into their shot. They're trying to take a shot here. Oh, this would be cool to build a house in. I bet you hobbits in Lord of the Rings have already come up with this idea of building a house in some of these massive trees, or you know, the great Dooku tree in Zelda. That blew my mind as a kid. There are actually some baobab trees, if I'm not mistaken, that are wider than this in Africa. And there's some really cool looking trees that are like dragon's blood trees, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of, you know, damage done by fire. So all right, my friends, this is where I'm going to leave you, and I will check you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Hello, my friends. I just wanted to include you in this. I have my camping rig back at the camp back there. I'm in Yosemite, but I just wanted to show you guys this. Check that out, man. There's a lot of history on this. If you guys can name that, I will be happy with you, and I will tell you what it is at the end of the video. But this, I'm pretty sure, was first climbed by a Mr. Warren Harding, if not Royal Robbins. Check out this documentary. It's called Valley Uprising. Such a great documentary and video. Talks about people like Jim Bridwell and John Backer and all these other legends, you know, that have made their life's work here in Yosemite. Huge shout out to them. This right here is I don't know how tall exactly it is, but that's pretty amazing. This is El Capitan. And Half Dome is back over where I'm parked on the other side. You know, me personally, there's a lot of people here, a lot of traffic. Not really what I was expecting. I've seen a lot of debris and like rubbish, you know, which is kind of a downer, you know. People coming in and they litter and they don't mind what the park officials say. So it's kind of important to remember your common sense when coming to places like this. So, but yeah, so all right, thanks so much for watching.